Gadsden State, and then at 7 o'clock tonight, it is Coastal Alabama South taking on Pearl River. And heck, let's toss in a little football today as well. T.R. Miller and Bayside Academy. Busy day of sports here on JockJive. Great to have you aboard. Cougars 10-4 out of the North Division of the ACCC. They are 6-4 in conference play, but that's irrelevant in this particular setting. Coyotes 11-11, and if you want their South Division mark, it is 5-3. Cougars currently 4 in the North. Coyotes are currently 3 in the South. So it's the Cougars and Coyotes battling, and we'll be back with the first serve right after this.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. Discover welding at Coastal Alabama Community College. So what are you waiting for? Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master electrical and mechanical skills, process controls, hydraulics and pneumatics, and land a job that can take you anywhere. Start your path to a career that pays. Discover electrical and instrumentation technology at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is the Cougars and Coyotes about to do battle. I'm Robert Williamson, set to bring you the coverage. My apologies, a little raspy on the voice, but we'll see if we can struggle through and get you some great volleyball on a Friday. Here are the ladies. We'll begin things for the Cougars. It is Price, Jacobs, Moore, Gaiman, Dubose, Shelton, and the libero Latour, all part of the starting lineup. Meanwhile, Coyotes, a little different look to the lineup. Wood, Grimes, St. Amant, Bochelle, Carrero, Edwards, and Hickman. The difference is no Morgan Higgins in the starting lineup. She is nursing a little bit of an injury and is out and will not play today. Doesn't have any bearing on postseason, but obviously you want to play well. You want to play well anytime you take to the hardwood, but you certainly want to play well when you're taking on a conference foe, despite the fact they are out of different divisions, the North and the South. These two teams have met once. It was on the 22nd of September. Met in Mississippi. They actually have one more meeting. The one in September happened in Mississippi in Boonville. In that particular setting, Lawson State 3-1 winner over Coastal North. They will meet again in Birmingham in about a week and a half, maybe a couple of weeks, on the 20th of October. Bochelle's got it. We're ready to get your volleyball underway. And that is bumped by libero Latour, too short for the net, and not long enough to turn into a point. And Coastal North will open things up with the scoring. Bochelle driving it. Picked up on the opposite side by Shelton. Bumped to the mid part of the floor. Driven over by St. Amant, but she will go long. And we are knotted up at 1. Jeriana Gaiman serving. 17 aces this year for Gaiman, second most on the team. Bochelle gives it to St. Amant, and St. Amant too strong again. So back-to-back St. Amant shots that have gone a little bit long. One wide, one long. And Gaiman serves as the Cougars will take their first lead, and she serves into the net. We'll play twice here. Got Gadsden State coming up at 4. And then hop in the van, and it hadn't got turbo, but we're going to kick it in. I mean, within the legal limits. And head to Bay Minette. Latour picking up the serve by Hickman. Moshel with the back set. St. Amant able to get to it first. Price. That is driven into the net by Shelton. Coastal North reclaiming the lead, a 3-2 advantage with 3 serving 2. Reagan Hickman into the net. And we are tied at 3 each. The libero Latour serving. Picked up by Hickman in the backcourt. Actually, that is Madison Steele now in the backcourt. Bumped over to Jacobs, and she will fire into the net. Hickman coming off the floor. And it is Riley Edwards who will check in. Reese St. Amant serving. To Latour. Bumped over to DeBow, shoves it across, back set. Johnson going too long. Bailey Johnson checking into the lineup. And we are knotted up at 4. Hey, great to have you watching the coverage wherever you're watching. Whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, whether it is on JockJive. Welcome aboard. Cadero, nice dig and save by Shelton. Price lobbing it into the backcourt. Cadero, the left-hander, drives cross court, off the roof, and the Coyotes by 1. Serve back over to Cadero. Lawson State 6-4 in the conference, 10-4 overall. They have won every non-conference game. Winners of 6 in a row, trying to make it 7 straight. They haven't lost since the 14th of September, nearly a month ago, when they lost to Calhoun and were swept by Calhoun. Back set to Johnson. Jacobs able to get there, but not able to get the pass off. Riley Grimes going back to serve. Riley Grimes played in 2 of the 4 sets the last time these two teams met. Little bump, dinked over by Dubose. Shoved over to Wood. She'll drive it. Got fingertips and dropped it in. And believe it or not, the current 2 is the largest lead thus far in this one. Very early in set number 1. Bruton, Alabama, in a currently being renovated gymnasium. New bleachers, and this time next year, or at least when you play volleyball next year, it should happen before then, there'll be AC here. Driven cross court and off of Wood. Nice save by Madison Kelly. Tipped over by Edwards. Shoved into the midcourt. That is Dubose, and eventually it drops. Serve back over to Lawson State. They have won 33 matches or sets and lost 18. They're 10-4 in matches, 33-18 in sets. Setting up Edwards. It is blocked by Moore. Wood drives it, picked up in the backcourt by Jacobs. Over to Gaiman. Cadera, back set. Bochelle off of Gaiman. Coyotes 2-point lead, matching their biggest of the set. Madison Kelly will serve. Drives it into the backcourt to Latour. Back set for Moore. Hickman the bump. Cadera, back set. Boschel, cross court. Shelton able to get there. Saved by Jacobs. Free ball over by Latour. Back set St. Amant. Dinks it over. Underneath is Price. Nice save by Grimes. Wood. Latour in the backcourt. Two-handed shove over. Hickman got it. Pulled off the net by Boschel. St. Amant sending it over. Dug out by Cadero. Back over to Moore. Boschel. Well, what a volley. Cougars will win it. Make it a 1-point game, and 7 will serve 8. Layla Price serving. Leads the team in aces with 18. They have 82 total on the year. Shoved over to St. Amant. And she'll drive it right off Moore. Boschel again on the serve. One of the best in ACCC volleyball with aces per set. Tees it up, fires away. Bumped over to Moore, free ball sent over. A chance for the Coyotes to set up their offense. Picked up by Price. Back over to Gaiman, and Gaiman goes long, but it got fingertips. Serve back over to the other side of the floor. Cougars will serve. That is Jeriana Gaiman. 17 aces on the year to Grimes. Back set to Wood, and it's blocked out of bounds by Moore. Haley Johnson back into the ball game. Wood will go out. Grimes out and Kelly in. And Kelly will serve. Lawson State, as I mentioned, 33-18 if you're looking at sets. Coyotes 39-38. St. Amant off of Price. Coyotes with the largest lead in the matchup thus far. Got a 3-point lead with Madison Kelly serving. Picked up by Gaiman. Shoved over to Jacobs. She shoots a rocket to the Coyote side. And Christlove LeSure will serve. The sophomore with 8 aces this year, a .417 hitter on a .220 hitting Lawson State squad. Kelly to Boschel, pumps it over to Johnson, drives it. Shelton got a piece of it, but in will drop on the Lawson side. And the Coyotes back to a 3-point advantage with St. Amant on the serve. Drives it over to Latour. Setting up Shelton, and Shelton will go long, but fingertips on the way out. Cougars get the serve back. Shelton doing the honors. 11 aces on the year for the 156 sophomore. And of course that 156 is the 156 hitting sophomore. Pumped over by Dubose. Back set to Cadera. Able to pull it off the net, Dubose. Boschel to Hickman, setting up Johnson. Aims for the opposite corner. Latour is there. Set up for Jacobs, and Jacobs goes long. (13 serving 10). Melina Cadera on the serve. She was a .250 hitter the last time these two teams met. That'll go into the net for Jacobs. Coyotes just slowly yet methodically building a lead. Stayed about a point ahead, and a couple of points, then 3, now up to 4. Bumped by Shelton. And that is shot over this direction by Shamira Dubose. Alexis Jacobs serving. Lawson State, 13 matches, really not that many when you consider, for instance, Coastal South comes in with 22. Later today, Gadsden State with 23. Coastal South later with 20 plus. But you have an allotment of division games, and those are the games that count. .12 serving 14. Bump by Bochelle. Free ball sent over by Edwards and Canero. At least the effort was to get it to the net. Didn't quite go over, and Lawson State's within 1. Alexis Jacobs trying to tie it up. She'll go long. Opening set of 3, 4, or 5. Last time we were at a volleyball game, it was on Tuesday. And it was a 2.5-hour match that went 5 sets between LBW and Coastal Alabama South. Picked up by Hickman. Bochelle driving it down the line. Jacobs there in the backcourt. Shoved over to Gaiman, and Gaiman will drive it into the net. Riley Grimes will serve. Got the starting nod today with the injury to two-year starter Morgan Higgins. Into the backcourt to Grimes. Wood left side. Picked up by Shelton. And that Gaiman shot gets Edwards on the way out. Serve over to Dubose. 14 serving 16. And literally the number 14 serving. Edwards. It is blocked by Moore. Nicely picked up by Wood. Launched over by Moore. 1-point game. Dubose again on the serve. A little too strong with that first pass. And for the first time in a long time, we are tied. Timeout on the floor. Coyotes want to talk in a 16-16 game.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. So what are you waiting for? Discover aviation at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes had a 4-point lead. That lead has evaporated. It was 14-10. It is now 16 each. And the Cougars will serve. Continuing to handle the chores is Shamira Dubose. Grimes first pass. Cadera back set to Bochelle. Over it goes to Gaiman. She'll go long. And the Coyotes will score coming out of the timeout. Served up by Little Barrow Hickman. Gaiman. 17 each after the Gaiman kill. Serve back over to the Cougars. Price to serve it up. Nibble the top of the net, drops over. Cougars for the first time in a long time with a lead. Price again serving, 18 aces on the year for the 209 hitter. Picked up by Bochelle. Gaiman flipping it over to Moore. Nice save by Grimes. It is blocked by Moore. Cougars take a 2-point lead. Opening set, back and forth we go. Cadera shoving it to St. Amant. Flips it into the backcourt, picked up by Jacobs. Bumped over to Gaiman. Drives it through the block. Wood with a nice tip, saved by St. Amant. Latour to Shelton. St. Amant will block it. Cougars by one. Coyotes within that one. Bochelle will serve. Got the ace, dropped it in front of Latour. One of the best on the team in aces. Bochelle ties it at 19. Some perspiration on the floor. Got to get that mopped up before we continue play. And I've mentioned it before, I can attest to the fact that even a little moisture can put on a big hurt if it's not cleared up. Driven to Jacobs, able to retrieve Price. Bochelle with the back set. Cadera dinks it over. Latour able to get to it. Over to the mid part of the floor. Hickman digs it out. Bumped over by St. Amant. Over it goes to Shelton, and she'll drive it. A 1-point Cougar lead. (20 serving 19). Gaiman launching it over. And that is an ace. Grimes trying to retrieve and couldn't. Cougars come in, having lost their last outing against Northwest Mississippi. Timeout on the floor. 21-19 Cougars.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. So what are you waiting for? Discover marine industry technology at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Gaiman will serve. Cougars are 4 away from an opening set win. Wood trying to save it. Hickman trying to send it over. Could not. And now 3 short of set point. Coyotes 6 away. Gaiman will serve. St. Amant gets it first. Boschel sending up St. Amant. Dinks it over. Shelton is there. Flipped over to Jacobs, and Jacobs gets the Cougars within 2. Gaiman again on the serve. Coyotes in danger of losing their 4th straight to the Cougars. It is dinked over by Moore. And Coyotes at set point. Gaiman serving up set point. Boschel with a set to Wood. Drives it. That is off of Jacobs. Coyotes not done yet. Wood coming off the floor. Madison Kelly will check in. Grimes out and Johnson in. And it is Kelly who will serve. Coyotes got to have 6 before the Cougars get 1. Jacobs the kill. Cougars will win the first. So we have wrapped up set number 1. And it's a Cougar victory over the Coyotes by a 25-20 final. A long way to go. Cougars, though, with the advantage. Coyotes hoping to knot it up as we head to set number 2.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. So what are you waiting for? Discover machine tool technology at Coastal Alabama Community College. Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. So what are you waiting for? Discover the Building Maintenance Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Discover pastry baking at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Doing good. That's .25-20 opening set win for Lawson State. Fourth consecutive win for the Cougars over the Coyotes. They won 3, as I mentioned, in Mississippi on the 22nd of September. Now the first one here. And the ladies swap sides of the floor, and we get ready for set number 2. I mentioned the Lawson State 6-game win streak, and they've won 8 of their last 9. They've knocked off Gadsden State twice, Coastal North, Northeast Mississippi, Snead State, and Selma. En route to the 6 wins in a row. That is served into the net. And the Coyotes will pick up the opening point with Bochelle serving for Coastal North. Setting it more, shoves it over. Hickman over to Wood. It is blocked. Another block. A little battle there between St. Amant and Moore. Into the net for Shelton. Coyotes taking a 2-zip early lead in this one. Coyotes had a lead of as big as 4 in the opening set and wind up losing it by 5, which, by the way, matched the largest Cougar lead in that first set. Over to Cadera, launches it into the backcourt. Pumped over to Gaiman, drives it inside the antenna and off of Kylene Walker, who is checked in for the Coyotes. Kylene Walker played in 1 set when these teams met in Mississippi. On that particular day, Coastal North actually had a higher hitting percentage, as the team hit .264. Cougars .204. But the Cougars with far more attacks, 162 to 121. Madison Kelly serving. Latour gets to it. And that will go long for Shelton and company. Coyotes building a 4-1 lead. Madison Kelly wide, a service error. It is the libero Latour who will serve. Just barely cleared the net. Bump the top. Bochelle able to get it. Walker will drive it. Latour with the save. Shoved over by Jacobs. Over to Cadera. That will trickle over the top of the net. St. Amant with the serve. And there is 2 service errors, accounting for 3 of the Cougar points. 2 of the 3 Cougar points. Shelton will serve, the sophomore hitting .156. 11 aces on the year. Kelly gets to it first. Over to Walker. Drives it into the backcourt. Shoved back over by Latour. Bochelle sends it across. Shelton there. Tips it over to Jacobs. Drives it. Goes wide. Coyotes by 3. Serve back over to the home team. Cadera, the left-hander. Jacobs will drive it. It's off the Bochelle block. And the Kelly pancake attempt. Turns it into a 6-4 game with 4 serving 6. Jacobs picked up by Edwards. Cadero with a back set, driven into the net by Walker. Alexis Jacobs will serve, a .236 hitter with 3 aces this year. 45 kills on the season, and she serves into the net. I think at this point in set number 2, we've had more errant serves than successful ones. And it is back over to the Coyotes. Kylene Walker serving. Latour just nibbled the top on the ceiling. Free ball sent over by Gaiman. Back set, Bochelle shoves it into the corner, able to pick it up, Jacobs. Setting up Gaiman, drives, dug out by Hickman. Latour, little two-handed shove over by Price. Walker drives it. And you had a couple of hits from one Cougar. Coyotes go out in front by 3 with Walker serving. Aims it this way, Gaiman will get it. Back set. Crushed over by Dubose, but handled by Carrera. Free ball sit by Carrera to Latour. This time, the kill counts for Dubose. And it is Dubose who will serve. Walker trying to decide where to position the hands. And in ricochets, Cougars get to within 1. Well, Lawson State in 3-set matches are 6-1. Gaiman able to get to it. Jacobs able to retrieve it, and Carrera trying to bump it back over. Can't. We are not. Yes, we are. Not enough at 8.
You're organized, driven, focused, ready to create the life of luxury in the most beautiful and unique locations, locally and around the world. Discover hospitality management at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Tied up at 8. Coyotes had a 3-point lead. It's gone. We are at 8 apiece. Bochelle. It is off of the block attempt by Moore. And Coyotes will go back out in front by 1. St. Amant coming into the game. Edwards to the sidelines. Hickman will serve. Picked up by Shelton. Bump to Gaiman. Drives it off of Walker. And we are tied again. I do not know how many ties there have been in this match. I'll just say a bundle. And in this one, tied at 9 currently. Cadero bumping into Bochelle. Bochelle Off of Moore and out of bounds. Boschel again on the serve. Illegal block for the Coyotes. Ties it up at 10. Hands the serve back over to Lawson State. Gaiman sends it over. Picked up by Walker. A little too strong. And you got the same thing. An illegal block, but this time on the other side of the floor. Charge to Natera Moore. You don't see those that often, yet you see them back to back here. Madison Kelly serving. Gaiman's got it first too strong. Walker got up. Didn't get the pass she wanted. She didn't want a pass. She wanted to crush it back. Did get into St. Amant. St. Amant sends it over, and then you've got a too long shot from Jacobs. And North by 2. Madison Kelly again serving. Price setting up Moore. Cadera trying to dink it over that very lengthy left side, but Jacobs able to tip it right back over. Coyotes with the Cougars with some good size on that front line. And if you're trying to get it over Dubose or get it over Jacobs, got to put a little more arc on it, or arch. Arc would not be good. That would be like sticking your fingers in a plug or a socket. St. Amant serving. And that's an ace for St. Amant off Shelton. And the Coyotes building their biggest lead of the set, right where they had their biggest lead of the set in set number 1. Their biggest lead in 1 was 14-10. Their biggest lead in 2 is 14-11. But now 12 on the kill by Gaiman. Bethany Shelton to serve. 11 aces on the year for the sophomore. 40 kills, 103 digs. Sends it over to Kelly. Edwards sending it in the backcourt. Over it goes to Jacobs. Drives it cross court. It's a 1-point game. Shelton again to serve. Averages 2 points per set. Cadera into the net. And we are tied at 14. Bumped over to Edwards. And she will shove it through the block attempt of Dubose. Melina Cadera will serve. Left-hander over to Shelton, shoved over to Jacobs, drives it cross court. Walker able to pick it up. Bumped back to the mid part of the floor by Price, put over by Dubose. That is shoved over by Jacobs. And we are tied again, this time at 15. Alexis Jacobs will serve. Lawson State off until Monday. They'll play Southern Union on Monday in Birmingham. Tipped over by Gaiman. Walker into the backcourt. Latour is there. Price bumps it over to Gaiman, drives it cross court. Hickman able to get to it. Canera, two-handed shove, put right back by Dubose. Over to Boschel, into the backcourt. Shelton gets to it, free ball, sent over by Jacobs. Boschel blocked off Gaiman. Coyotes by one with Kylene Walker serving. She'll go long. Tied again. We were knotted up at 14, 15, now 16. Shamiria Dubose, 16 aces on the year, third best on the team. Serving it up in a tie game at 16. Bumped over to Wood, drives it, drops it. Coyotes by one. Served over by Hickman. Latour into the mid part of the floor. Hickman there. Canera setting it up for St. Amant. Price got a piece of it. Tip back over by St. Amant. Coyotes by two. And Hickman again serving. Second on the team in aces. Over to Gaiman. Hickman will dig it out. Canera aiming for the corner, able to get to it. Jacobs. Price setting up more. Shoves it over. That is Boschel driving it into the backcourt, picked up by Jacobs. Price puts it over. Over to Wood. Trying to drive it down the line and goes out with it. Cougars again serving. Layla Price handling the chore. Walker gets to it first. Over to Boschel. Tips it over. Gaiman gives it to Hickman. Hickman able to send it back over. That is Gaiman driving from the left side. Goes cross court and ties it up. Knotted up at 18. Walker to Canera. Boschel into the backcourt. I think that was originally intended to be a pass. Works as a point. And it'll give the lead to the Cougars. Price again serving. Just cleared the net. Wood gets there first. Bump back over to Wood. Drives it cross court. Latour's there. Gaiman trying to bring it to the other side. Boschel with a block. And Boschel will serve. When these two teams met in Mississippi, Boschel 4 aces and 2 errors. There's 1 error there. Lead back over to the Cougars. And Jeriana Gaiman will serve. And Walker hits it twice. No, an illegal hit, a lift. Gaiman again serving. Walker able to get to it. Latour setting up Jacobs. On a Walker save. Wood. It is blocked by Shelton. Shoved over by St. Amant. Over to Jacobs, and she'll drive it and drop it in. Cougars by 3. Coyotes ask for time.
You see an empty field. We see a world-class tournament. we see an amazing wedding day. An empty stadium becomes a music festival. We see a blank canvas. We're the people who bring the biggest events to life. Discover event planning at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Lawson stayed 3 away from taking set number 2. Coyotes are 6 away from knotting it up at 1. Dinked over by St. Amand. Able to get there was Price. Jacobs sending it over. Drops it in front of Grimes and Hickman. Cougars will serve. It is Gaiman stepping behind the service line. Cougars needing 2 to take a commanding 2-0 lead. A rocket from Wood, retrieved by Gaiman. Shelton drops it in the corner. Cougars 1 away from taking set number 2. Gaiman again serving. It is set point. Drives it over. Grimes got it and shoved right back by Moore. 5 consecutive Lawson State set wins over your Coyotes of Coastal Alabama North, and now lead it 2-0. 25-20, 25-19. That all-important set 3, that must-win situation coming up for Coastal North.
Discover culinary arts at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Max hates going to the vet. It smells funny. It makes him feel anxious and worse, overweight. But today he doesn't feel well. So he and his person are glad that someone is there to make him better. Max hates going to the vet. It smells funny. It makes him feel anxious and worse, overweight. But today he doesn't feel well. So he and his person are glad that someone is there to make him better. Somebody who also understands what a good boy he is. Be somebody. Enroll in the Veterinary Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Cougars with a 2-0 lead. Coyotes in a must-win situation here. Force a fourth and now a fifth set. And of course more volleyball today regardless of what happens in this one for the Coyotes. They play in a 4 o'clock matchup against Gadsden State. And we'll have that one for you too. Here on JockJive, on Facebook, on YouTube. St. Amand with a bump. Boschel to the other side of the floor. Wood will drive it through the Gaiman block. Latour retrieves. Gaiman with a free ball over. Hickman pumps into Boschel, setting up St. Amand. Drives it off Latour. I don't know if it's a good thing the Coyotes scored the first point in this one or not. They scored the first point in the first set and the second set and lost both. So let's see if there's a different outcome here. Boschel with the ace. It has been at the same point in the game, about midway through, that the Cougars began to pull away from the Coyotes. Put over by Moore. In the first set, Coyotes with a 14-10 lead. Cougars slowly got back into it, win it 25-20. In the set prior, Coyotes had a 14-11 lead, and that's when the Cougars began to get back into the ball game and eventually win it 25-19. So it's almost as if they can get by that 14-point barrier as Madison Kelly delivers with an ace and still maintain a lead. Then maybe you snap the string of 5 consecutive set losses to the Cougars. Shoved over to... That was Jacobs, and Jacobs not the kind of pass she was looking for. Well, here's a difference in set 3 as compared to 1 and 2. The biggest lead for the Coyotes came later. They've got it early. Bumped over Hickman to Boschel. Sends it to St. Amand. She'll go a little bit wide. Hey, don't forget, love to have you as a friend, follower on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, and Facebook, and definitely want you as a subscriber to our YouTube channel. St. Amand just out. Cougars lob 2 off the 4-point lead. But yeah, granted, you could go watch games without subscribing to the YouTube channel, but if you're like me, you have a tendency to forget that the game's coming up. It's not a worry. You are alerted to upcoming games. You're alerted to the fact that games have been scheduled. Four serving 5. Latour able to dig it out was Kelly. Back set to Bowes. Shoving it over, tying it up at 5. And the Cougars on a 4-0 run to tie it at 5 each. Latour again with the serve. Dug out by Hickman, picked up by Boschel. Johnson sends it over. Drops it in front of Shelton. St. Amand serving. Shelton there first. Shoved over to Dubose, but Dubose into the net. Coyotes trying to rebuild the lead, which was once 4. A 1-point game again. Shelton serving. And that will go out. Back to within a point of the Cougars. Launched over by Moore. Boschel gets it first. Brenna Shelley has checked into the game. Able to get the block in the middle. Johnson sending it into the backcourt. Latour able to get to it. Back set. Boschel runs into Shelley. And it turns into the 8th Cougar point to knot it up. Tied up at 8. Timeout on the floor.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Tied up at 8 apiece here in set number 3. 2-0 the lead for Lawson State. Serving it is Alexis Jacobs. Boschel gets to it first. Back to Boschel, aims for the other corner and goes long. And it is the Cougars to break the 8-8 tie. Jacobs again serving. 82 aces on the year for the Cougars as a team. 3 of those belong to Jacobs. 9 serving 8. A must-win set for the Coyotes. Kelly to Boschel. Bumped over to Cadera. Brings it into the backcourt. Got a piece of Dubose on the way over. Gaiman will shove it off of Hickman. Cougars by 2. And Jacobs, the .236 hitter, will serve. .29 digs on the year, 45 kills into the net with a service error. Jacobs did not commit a service error the last time these two teams met. Brenna Shelley back onto the floor for the Coyotes, and Riley Grimes serving and does so into the net. Reciprocating service errors. Well, everybody's trying to get to Mobile. If you were playing in Mobile the first weekend in November, it's been a pretty good year. You've been one of the top 3 teams, or maybe top 4 teams in your division. And why maybe? Well, because at the end of the regular season, the 2 4s will play a play-in game. And the winner will participate in Mobile in the conference tournament. If you're 1, 2, or 3, you don't have to worry about the play-in game. Tipped over by Price. Currently 1-2 in the north, Wallace, Hanceville, and Calhoun. In the south, LBW and Enterprise State. Currently 3 in the south. The Coyotes of Coastal North. Bishop State is 4. Tipped over by St. Amant. Over to Guyman, blocked by St. Amant. And let's see what you got. Not sure the ruling, but it got a Cougar point. Extends the lead to 3. Hickman gets to it first. Canera setting up St. Amant. Dug out by Latour after the Gaiman block. Over to St. Amant. She'll drive it into the corner. Makes it a 2-point game. Manshu Asharia checking into the game for the Coyotes. As out will go Kelly. There is a Bochelle ace. Back to a 1-point game. Setting up Moore, shoves it into the corner. Asharia drives it over. Price able to get there. Shelton trying to get it inside the antenna and couldn't. And we're tied again, this time at 13. Moshel serves. Shoved over by Price. Hickman bumping it to Wood. And it's driven right back to give the Cougars the lead by 1. Cherioni Gaiman on the serve, a 190 hitter, 17 aces for Gaiman. Blocked by Moore, picked up by Bochelle. St. Amant over Moore. Price able to get there. Latour over to Jacobs into the backcourt. That is Grimes who got it. And Asharia getting the kill, getting the point, and the Coyotes tying it at 14. Madison Kelly serving. Driven over to Gaiman. Over to Jacobs. Asharia with a partial block. Johnson. Blocked by Moore. Back over to Johnson. Tries it again from the left side. Again Moore. With the block this time. A Cougar point. LaShore will serve, a 417 hitter on a 220 hitting squad. Doesn't have enough total attacks, though, to count in the statistical category as one of the leaders hitting-wise. If she did, and if she hit 417, that would be sufficient to make her number 1 in the conference. Backs it over to Shelton, drives it over. Kelly able to get to it. Bumped over by Bochelle. Setting up Jacobs, drives it, drops it. Cougars by 1. Bethany Shelton serving. Well, Hickman was going to let it go. Asharia thought it might drop in and got a hand on it. Bethany Shelton to serve. 17 serving 15. Shelley sending it over. Latour there. Able to pull it off the net was Price. Able to kill it. Jacobs. Cougars by 3, trying to sweep it. And go 7-1 in 3-set matches. In 3-set matches, Coyotes 7 and 6, blocked over by Dubose. Timeout on the floor. Coyotes, we're back in 30.
Happens so quickly. 1 minute you're driving to the store and then you ask yourself, am I hurt? Are they hurt? Who should I call? I just want to go home. And then someone appears. Somebody who lets you know you're going to be okay. Be somebody. Enroll in the paramedic program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Cougars trying to sweep it. Coyotes trying to get to set number 4. A 4-point Cougar lead as it is served up by Shelton. Over to Johnson, and Johnson got the antenna. Shelton again serving, 11 aces on the year for Shelton. Moshel sending up Shelley, and Shelley will send it off Shelton. Lawson stayed 5 away from taking the set and match. Coyotes 9 away from forcing set 4. Cadera serving, Latour there first. Back set, put over by Dubose. Well, no matter what happens in this one, Lawson State will stay 6-4 in the division. And Coastal Alabama North will stay 5-3. Bumped over to Johnson, and Johnson hit it twice. Cougars by 6. Jacobs will again serve. Just clears the net. Moshel there. Takes an odd bounce off the ceiling. And the Cougars will expand the lead to 7. That is the biggest lead in the match. And they do, sending the Cougars 2 away from wrapping up the match. Jacobs just nibbled the top of the net. Kelly able to play it nicely. Johnson sending it through the Dubose block. Riley Grimes serving. Well, Latour, you could just see the mind working. Do I return it? Do I let it go? And in that moment of indecisiveness, ricochets off Latour. Grimes again with the serve. Well, Dubose tipped it over. It wasn't the tip she was looking for, but it worked. And it's got us at set and match point. Dubose with the serve. It's not going to go back over, and the Cougars will sweep. So the first of 2 matches today from Bruton over. Got a match in Bay Minette later on tonight too. Lawson State will win their 7th straight and take 2 straight from Coastal North. 25-20, 25-19, 25-18. Lawson State, they are now 11-4 overall and have won every game played outside of their division. For Coastal North, they dropped to 11-12 with a chance to get to the 500 mark at 4 o'clock this afternoon when they will take on Gadsden State. We will see you then. For all the folks with all the Coastals and with JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. Thanks for watching.